Let's be real. The global financial system isn't just tilted toward the rich, it was built by them, for them. Every rule, every loophole, every advantage was carefully crafted to keep the power and the money in the hands of a select few. Imagine playing Monopoly where someone else owns the board, the bank, and wrote the rules. That's not a feeling, that's reality. The game was never meant to be fair. It was designed so you could never win. The world's richest 1% hold almost half of all global wealth. That's not an accident, it's by design. The system is engineered to funnel more and more resources upward, leaving the rest to scramble for what's left. You work hard, save, pay taxes, follow the rules, and hope for your slice of the pie. But what if the pie was already eaten, and you're left with crumbs? For most people, that's the harsh truth. No matter how hard you try, the odds are stacked against you. The system is a multi-generational machine built to keep wealth locked in a tiny circle. It's not just about money, it's about legacy, influence, and keeping outsiders out. We're talking about legal loopholes big enough to fit a super yacht, and tax strategies that make your head spin. The wealthy have teams of experts making sure their fortunes are protected and multiplied. While you worry about inflation, the ultra-wealthy use it to get richer. They see opportunity in every crisis, and their wealth grows, even as everyone else struggles. They're playing a different game, with a different rule book, one handed down for generations. These secrets aren't taught in school or shared with the public. Is it because they're smarter or work harder? Not even close. The real difference is access. Access to knowledge, networks, and opportunities that most people never even hear about. The real secret. They have access to financial tools you'll never see. Private deals, exclusive investments, and insider information are all part of their arsenal. Their goal isn't just to make money, it's to keep it, grow it, and pass it on, tax-free. They're building dynasties, not just bank accounts. It's a legacy machine. And tonight, we're popping the hood. We're going to see exactly how the gears turn, and who's really in control. Buckle up. What you're about to learn might make you angry. And honestly, it should. Because the more you know, the harder it is to accept the status quo. The club is private, and you're not on the list. The doors are closed, and the velvet rope is tight. But understanding the rules is the first step to changing the game. Knowledge is power, and tonight, you're about to get some. Let's get started. When you hear trust fund, you probably picture a spoiled kid in a sports car, but a trust is much more. It's the ultimate tool for keeping wealth in the family for generations. Imagine a magic treasure chest. The rich put their assets inside, set strict rules, and appoint a trustee to enforce them. Legally, the assets don't belong to the person or their heirs. They belong to the trust, a separate legal entity. When the original owner dies, there's no inheritance tax bill. The trust already owns everything. The family lives off the trust's income, while the fortune grows untouched. This is how dynasties are built and protected from taxes, lawsuits, and reckless heirs. While your savings lose value, their wealth compounds inside a legal fortress. It's not just a savings account, it's a dynasty machine. And it's a machine reserved for those already wealthy enough to set one up. That's the real power of a trust. Want to see trust funds in action? Look at the Walton family, Walmart's founders. Sam Walton didn't just leave cash to his kids. He set up a web of trusts, gifting his Walmart shares while alive. This move sidestepped billions in estate taxes. The wealth was already in the trusts, waiting for his heirs. Today, the Waltons own half of Walmart's stock, worth hundreds of billions, mostly inside those trusts. They get billions in dividends every year, without selling the core asset. The trusts pay out steady income, fund lifestyles, and keep the fortune growing. This is the blueprint for dynastic wealth-owned assets that generate income, not just a salary. The Waltons inherited a system, not just money. It's about what you keep, control, and pass on, without the tax man touching it. That's how the game is played at the top, and why the rich stay rich. You pay taxes every paycheck. The super rich, not so much. Their secret weapon, buy, borrow, die. Step 1, buy assets that grow. Stocks, real estate, art. Step 2, borrow against those assets instead of selling. Loans aren't income, so no taxes. They live large, tax-free, while their assets keep growing. Step 3, die. Heirs inherit the assets, and thanks to a loophole called step-up in basis, they can sell with little or no capital gains tax. The result? Wealth enjoyed and passed on, tax-free. While you're taxed on every dollar earned, the ultra-rich access their wealth without triggering taxes. It's perfectly legal, and it happens every day. The system rewards those who own, not those who earn. That's the real tax trick, and it's why the rich keep winning. For most, debt is a burden. For the rich, it's a tool. They know the difference between bad debt, buying things that lose value, and good debt, buying things that make money. Example: a wealthy investor buys a $10 million apartment building, puts down $2 million, and borrows $8 million. The building's rent pays the mortgage and expenses, leaving profit. The interest on the loan is tax-deductible, reducing taxable income. The property appreciates, increasing their wealth. This is leverage, using the bank's money to control big assets and multiply returns. As values rise, their wealth skyrockets, all with borrowed money. They repeat this cycle, building empires with debt. For them, debt isn't scary, it's a strategy. That's how the rich get richer, while others fear loans. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter with other people's money. That's the secret of leverage. Ever wonder where billionaires keep their money? Not in cash. The ultra-rich are asset-rich, cash-poor. Their wealth is tied up in stocks, real estate, and companies. Cash loses value to inflation, assets grow. Their net worth is mostly on paper, locked in appreciating assets. They avoid taxes by not selling, no sale, no capital gains tax. Need cash? They borrow against their assets, tax-free. This creates the illusion of low income, so they pay less tax than many workers. The system rewards asset owners, not wage earners. That's how the rich stay rich, and why the tax code works for them. When national tax laws aren't enough, the ultra-rich go global. They move money to tax havens, places like the Cayman Islands or Switzerland, using shell companies. A shell company exists only on paper, hiding the real owner's identity. Layers of companies in different countries make tracing ownership nearly impossible. This system lets the wealthy buy property, avoid taxes, and keep their names off public records. Offshore finance is a multi-trillion-dollar industry draining tax revenue from governments worldwide. That's money not spent on schools or hospitals but hidden in secret accounts. The laws are written to protect the elite, creating a parallel financial universe. For the rich, there's always a place to hide their money. We're told, work hard, and you'll succeed. It's a lesson repeated everywhere, from classrooms to boardrooms, and it's easy to believe that effort alone is the key to a better life. But in reality, the system rewards ownership, not just labor. The biggest gains go to those who control assets, not those who simply put in the hours. You can work the hardest, put in overtime, and still find yourself struggling. If you only sell your time, you're at a disadvantage in a game designed for owners. There are two ways to make money: earn it through labor, or own it through assets and investments. The difference is massive. Most people trade their precious time for a paycheck, repeating the cycle day after day, hoping for a breakthrough that rarely comes. The wealthy, on the other hand, own assets that make money for them around the clock, whether they're working, sleeping, or on vacation. Their investments grow while they sleep. Their properties earn rent while they relax. Their wealth multiplies, even when they're not present. The return on capital, money from owning, outpaces money from working. Over time, this gap only widens, making it harder to catch up. Economist Thomas Piketty showed wealth from the past grows faster than new wealth from labor. The rich get richer, not by working more, but by owning more. Money makes money faster than people can earn it. The cycle feeds itself, creating a powerful engine for those already ahead. This ensures the wealth gap keeps growing, dividing society into those who own and those who work. If you feel stuck, it's not your imagination. The system is built to favor capital over labor, making it hard for workers to get ahead. Hard work can get you by, but it can't match the power of compounding wealth. The difference grows with every passing year. It's like climbing a ladder while the rich ride an escalator. No matter how fast you climb, they move ahead effortlessly. The mechanics are against you, but knowing this is the first step to changing it. Awareness is the foundation for building a new strategy and taking control of your financial future. The system of inequality starts early, in the classroom. The ultra-wealthy send their kids to elite private schools, building networks from kindergarten. These schools offer tiny classes, top facilities, and direct pipelines to Ivy League universities. It's not just about academics, it's about connections and confidence. Meanwhile, most kids attend underfunded public schools with crowded classes and outdated resources. School funding often depends on local property taxes, so rich neighborhoods get better schools. This bakes inequality into education from day one. Elite schools teach leadership and entitlement. Public schools often teach compliance. The system prepares one group to lead, the other to follow. This educational divide is a key way generational inequality is maintained. The deck is stacked before the game even begins. The game is rigged, and the rules are unfair. It's easy to feel powerless when you see how much is stacked against you, but anger without action is just noise. Frustration alone won't change your life or your future. The first step, learn the rules. If you want to win, you have to know how the game is played. Understand money, assets, debt, and taxes. These are the tools the wealthy use every day. Financial literacy is power, and it's knowledge the rich can't keep from you. No one is born knowing this. Everyone has to learn. Start small, read, listen, ask questions, and seek out new information. Learn. Every bit of knowledge you gain is a step forward. Know the difference between assets and liabilities. This is the foundation of building wealth. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert, but you do need to know the basics. Start tracking your spending and saving habits. Shift your mindset from laborer to owner. Think about how you can make your money work for you. Start acquiring assets, even if it's just a little. Every small investment adds up over time. Invest in index funds or start with micro-investing apps if you're new. Save for real estate. Own a piece of the system. Even a small stake can be the start of something bigger. Real change takes collective action. Vote for fairer policies, demand transparency, and support leaders who prioritize equality. Support better education, advocate for financial literacy in your community and schools. But it starts with you, getting smart, making a plan, and taking the first step, then getting started. Action is what separates dreamers from doers. The rich have a head start, but that doesn't mean you can't catch up. You can change your own path. Your journey is unique, and your progress is yours alone. Learn their game, study their moves, and adapt their strategies for your own life. Play it for your future. Every decision you make today shapes your tomorrow. The secret's out, the tools are in your hands now. Now what will you do? The choice is yours, and the opportunity is real. Don't just watch the game, start playing it. Take action even if it's just one small step. The rules may be rigged, but you can still play smart and play to win. Knowledge is your first weapon. Use it to break through barriers and rewrite your story. It's time to take your shot. The future is waiting. Make your move. If you have reached till here, do subscribe. We are just getting started.